Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I'm Catherine. Yes, it's been a very long time, so I think before I start sharing a little housekeeping to explain my disappearance. So earlier this year, Mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and unfortunately she lost her battle to the disease. So I've been just taking time off to sort of attend to my family responsibilities. So yeah, cheers to Mom. Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy and difficult year for everyone. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, and looking forward to next Tuesday, whereby we can resume our full hair service. I'm sure appointments are filling up and everyone is excited, but maybe a little apprehensive and uncertain about what is the new norm moving forward. So before I start sharing, I'd like to share a little bit about what I've experienced since the beginning of COVID-19. You know, when we were first announced as essential workers, I think it was a little bit shocking, but also grateful for the fact that we can have some business continuity and the sense of feeling some normalcy. And it was immediately survival mode and focusing on not going crazy and trying to answer many questions that I'm sure we have, not just about our work, but about our family and people with kids, you know, just being thrown with so much uncertainties and fear. So the reason for making this video is in the hope of sharing some useful information that I've put together in anticipation of opening up our hair salon, and hopefully this information can help everyone to reduce some stress, reduce some anxiety, and ensuring a much smoother operations and helping everyone to make this difficult time a little bit less difficult. So 3 important things that I've learned during this pandemic as a small business owner. I've come up with the 3 R's for reopening and resuming full hair services for the hairdressing industry in Singapore. So the first R I would like to share is relevance. I think one of the important questions to ask ourselves is, why are we categorized as essential workers? In my opinion, we are the provider of a basic grooming service, which is an important part of self-care for many people, and it is challenging for most to execute by themselves, unlike some other personal grooming. And for grooming, I think I like to break it down into the physical and the psychological aspect. I'm sure a lot of fellow colleagues, when a client had a haircut, the comments we get from them would be, oh, I feel so fresh, I feel so light and clean. So it's important for clients to feel that they are being looked after as well. and most importantly, the human connection part. I think especially so for small businesses like most hair salon, when a client come to the hair salon, it's more than just receiving the service that we are providing for them. It's as well like a community that they come, familiar faces that they can see, and other clients in the salon, most likely their neighbor, and especially so for hair salon in the heartland area. So these are the physical aspects that we can provide for our client. And moving on to the psychological aspect, I think getting a haircut is in some way giving clients the sense of maintaining some order and control in the midst of the chaos and the uncertainties, and as well some sense of normalcy for them to go out and about to carry on with some businesses that they're so used to, and grooming is a big part of it. As well, human connection, nobody can be a one-man island, and coming to the hair salon, having that sort of connection with us will allow people to sort of protect some of their sanity and not going crazy. So, and I'd like to highlight that, of course, we are not saving lives like doctors and nurses and many other frontline workers, but we do have an important role to play in maintaining people's sanity. So this brings me to the next question. What does it mean to be an essential worker, and what are our roles and responsibilities? And before I try to answer this question, I like to make a disclaimer. So I think the first key thing to remember in a trying time like now is reminding ourselves that demonstrating empathy and being sensitive is so important. And what do I mean by that? Showing empathy for many others who are unable to resume their businesses and work. And we shouldn't be smug about the fact that we are able to resume our work and being insensitive to others who are greatly affected during this trying time. So the purpose of this discussion is mainly about finding meaning and purpose in our role and responsibilities as essential workers. So the first point I like to make, of course, is safety measures. Look, today's discussion, I'm not going to elaborate and go into the depth of safety measures because that is a whole big, long conversation on its own. And at the moment, our government agencies, as well as hair associations and many other people in the industry are already sharing a lot of information on the safety measures. So our focus on other responsibilities. So first of all, ourselves. Self-love is so important, because if we can't love ourselves and if we are not healthy, we got no love to give, and we lack the capacity to look after other people. So please get enough rest, eat well, exercise, and just look after ourselves. That is very important. So, and what are our roles as essential workers? In my opinion, we have always been more than just a hairdresser. We are our clients' friends, and sometimes even a therapist. And now, with this situation, I think the additional role that we have assumed as an essential worker is a caregiver. So this brings me to the second R that I like to discuss, which is relationship. Okay, so I will keep the second R discussion to the next video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope what I've shared so far is interesting and of value to many fellow colleagues out there. So thanks for watching again.